Hello my friends, on behalf of the Time Foundation, I invite all of you for this online program on managing time. I should say 1986 was a turning point in my life when me and my wife had to go to Singapore and we had to live there for about a couple of months for an important work. And the work was so light that it involved about 2 hours of our time, not more than that. And so in the time that was available, I was just checking what can I do. I went to the Singapore Productivity Board and I found a lot of books there. It is said that a book can change your life, a person can change your life, an experience can change your life, and a book changed my life. When I went through the library, one book was inviting me. It was protruding from the stack of books. I picked it up and it is the book by Alan Lincoln, The Time of Your Life. The Time of Your Life. First time in my life I came across the term time management. I went through that book. I was so excited, I should say. From that time onwards, I started using this phrase time management. I am sure all of you would have gone through this phrase time management. But I had not gone through those days. I am talking about 1986. I had studied finance management, I studied materials management, personal management, production management, time management. Then I went through the book and then I understood one thing. Time is the foundation. If there is no foundation, what are you going to do? You have a plan, you have money, resources, you have people to support you, you want to construct a 10-storied building, if the foundation is not there. Recently, some of you would have seen a news item somewhere in Chennai, I think about 20-storied building collapsed. And then they found the foundation was weak. Somewhere I wrote, once you have put the foundation, decided on the foundation, the height of the building is fixed, you cannot change it anymore. Let's say that you have a piece of land, a ground of land, and you want to construct a house. The first question the architect will ask you is, what is this building for? He will ask you, is it a temporary construction or is it a permanent construction? He will ask you. He will also ask you how many floors you want. If you say sufficient for first floor, he will say, no sir, provide for second floor also. Maybe tomorrow you want it, you won't be able to change the foundation. And so you say, all right, ground plus 2. Once you decided ground plus 2, that's frozen. You cannot go by the third floor. I decided the time foundation should be the name of the outfit that I started way back in 1990s beginning. So, and this word is also very, very, very important, ignite. Ignite. If you see very clearly, if you recall, whether you have a motorbike or you have a car or you have an aircraft, all that is required is the first ignition. When I purchased my motorbike long ago, now the systems have changed, I am sure. If it does not start, my mechanic told me, you take the spark plug cleaner, remove the spark plug, then touch it near the body of the thing, give a kick. If there is a spark coming, that means it's fine. If the spark is not coming, no matter what bike you have, no matter whether the petrol tank is full or not, no matter how much money you have, the bike will not just leave. So I gave the word ignite. This is what happens in a human system. Ignition is required. We are going to discuss a lot of things in this series of episodes on goal setting, on activity, on tasks, long-term goal, medium-term goal, short-term goal. So, value of time is the diminishing resource. All of us know there are various resources. Money is a resource. People are resources. Natural resources we talk about. Tools are resources. Time is also a resource. Why do I say it's a diminishing resource? I don't want to sound philosophic, but is it not true? The day you were born, your expiry date is fixed. But the only difference is we don't know that date. How long are we going to live? We do not know. But one thing is finite. A day has got only 24 hours. A week has got only 7 days. A minute has got only 60 seconds. Frozen. Whether you are a president of the United States or whether you are a chairman of a company or a last grade employee, whether you are a principal of a school or a student, whether you are a housewife, you get the same amount of resource every day. When you get up in the morning, 24 hours is credited. And by the time I complete this sentence, 1 second is gone. No matter how much money you have, you won't be able to get that 1 second back. In order to know how diminishing is the resource, how scarce is the resource, and because it is scarce, it is also valuable. Supposing water is available in plenty, you go waste water, nothing happens. But you go to some places where the water is so very scarce, they are allowed to manage the entire day with about few buckets of water. They know how valuable the water is. I'll give another example. You put petrol into your motorbike tank. The fuel gauge shows full. When it is full, the way you drive will be completely different. It will be throttling. You go to a stop signal. You will be standing there, but you are so restless, accelerating. But slowly and steadily, what happens? The petrol comes down, right? Half tank, quarter tank. Then there is a red area. That means you are in the reserve. And then it touches. Then you look around, and your Google map says the next petrol bunk is 10 kilometers away. How will you be? You will switch off the engine, go by neutral. What happened? It became scarce, diminishing. At least in petrol, you can go, in a motorbike, you can put petrol. Not with reference to time. Time is gone forever. Here is a simple exercise for you. You go home and take your marriage album, if you are married. If you are not married, take your family album. Go through the album from cover to cover. Then you will realize how these 10 years have gone. How these 5 years have gone. Then you start wondering, I should have done this, I should have done this, I should have done this. So, this is going to be an exciting presentation. Then, what happens? I want you to write down this word, time management. In this slide, I purposely has given a double coloring. There is a word within this word. Management. And it says time management is not about managing time or time management. In fact, I used to tell the biggest bluff is time management. You know why I call it as a bluff? There is no such thing as time management. You go through this, you really look at this the word manage. Manage means what? Control. You are a production manager, you can control production. You are a finance manager, you can control finance. You are a materials manager, you can control materials. That means you can alter the availability of that resource. A materials manager can say, I will not issue this material anymore. Or he can tell his vendors, get more materials we want for next month's production. So you have the ability to increase or decrease the availability of this resource. If you take time as a resource, can you expand the resource? Can you compress it? Now let's say that tomorrow I am going to a picnic spot, beautiful place on earth. So beautiful it is, I want to stop time. My train is at 5 o'clock today evening. Can I say stop? I want 26 hours per day. Not possible. Or let's say that you are going through the most excruciating difficulty in your life, unbearable pain or an emotional disturbance, and the doctor says this fracture has to heal, it will take 2 days, and pain injection, painkiller I will not give, it does not suit your body, so bear with this pain. How much, doctor? 48 hours. Okay. Can I say I will have 12 hours a day? So 2 days? Not possible. And so you have no control on time. If you have no control on a resource, how can you manage? So you have no ability. You have no power to control time. So no management. So in one of my programs, a participant asked, if time management is not about managing time, what it is for? The answer is here. It is exploring your inner potential and achieving or reaching out to the fantastic world of opportunities. For the time being, I will use the word time management because the phrase time management, because all of us are used to that. Now what does it read? Exploring your inner potential and reaching out to the fantastic world of opportunities. Whether you are a principal of a school, or whether you are a technical person, or you are helping a production of a film, or whether I am a trainer, all of us have the same 24 hours. Outside the world, the opportunities are also identical. There is no difference. As a principal, you are like any other principal, and you have the entire education field open to you. As a technical person, you have all those facilities available like any other person. As a trainer, I have the same. So fantastic world of opportunities, exploring. It is about exploring my inner potential. This is very, very, very important. Exploring my inner potential. Amazing potentials we have. Then I have said LPG. What is LPG? You will all say liquid petroleum gas. No. LPG is about liberalization, privatization and globalization. Liberalization, privatization and globalization. Liberalization means it is now an open world. There is no restrictions at all. Privatization, huge number of companies coming out. It is said the next 5 years most of the world class organizations will be in India and most of the Indian organizations will be worldwide. And globalization, that means the world is the target. So what I should do? Just to sum up from the beginning, we live in a world of competition. Time is a resource which is limited, scarce resource. I cannot put back the time. Everybody is in the same ambience or the same business environment. Opportunities are plenty. I want to achieve, but I cannot expand my day. So, what should I do? The availability of time is identical for all of us. What should you do? Wait for a week. We'll meet next week.
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur.